In a world where everyone says hello,
they dare to say.
Yeah. G'day.
Yeah, g'day.
Yeah, g'day!
Yeah, g'day. Yes. Good day. Yeah. G'day. Yeah. G'day. Yeah. Yeah. Good day.
Wow, wow.
Yeah.
good day.
G'day. Hey. Yeah. G'day. Yeah, g'day, Tim.
Yeah, g'day, Leon.
Yeah, g'day, everyone.
G'day, everyone.
Welcome to Yeah, G'day.
Welcome to Yeah, G'day.
The complete guide to Australia.
That is what it is.
It is. You always get, every time I try to tell people what the podcast is, you act like I shouldn't be telling them.
No,
You want it to be a secret.
I'm going to be brutally honest with you. I always kind of forget that we have the little tagline there that you add in, and I'm just an awkward person, all right?
You just want to get into it and be like, well, yeah, g'day, and then it's an illusion.
Yeah, what are we?
Secret,
Who are we?
Safe with me.
Yeah.
Tim.
Yes, Leon.
Springtime is here.
And what a springtime. Yes,
Which
springtime
in
is
Melbourne
here.
means it's still raining.
Yeah, in Melbourne means it is still cold, yes. Absolutely.
Spring's here, the sun's out, the birds are singing, the bees are trying to do it with them. It's a great time.
Yeah.
The flowers smell
A lot
good.
of bird-on-bee sexual harassment during the springtime.
Yes, it's not great.
Yeah.
It's quite good. The sun is out, which I'm actually I don't like the sun, but I do like a bit of warmth, so it's nice to have a bit of sun.
Yeah, I was walking around the city today and a bit yesterday as well, and I was actually enjoying the sun, which is, I'm like yourself, I'm not one to go outside very often, but no, I was having a bloody good time.
And that'll tie up Yeah G'day this week, the weather podcast of how much we like spring. Next
Yeah.
week, summer.
I hate it. I
It's
actually
too
do
hot.
hate summer.
Tim, do you know what's good about spring?
Well, I think we covered some things there.
Yes.
Do you have something specific in mind, though, do you?
I was thinking about the wildlife that come out from being dormant after hibernation for the entire year.
Yes, that's true.
Specifically, one animal in particular that, as you know, it lies dormant in a tree for the other 20 months of the year and comes out just at springtime.
I'm not sure where we're going with this. Yep.
The magpie, Tim.
Ah, yes, 20 months.
The
Yep.
magpie.
The magpie.
The magpie comes out at springtime. It wakes up and goes, "Good morning, world," and then it forgets how to talk and just goes for the rest of the
Yeah,
of
the
the time.
magpie.
Um,
Australia's favourite bird.
it's up there. Tim, I was thinking about magpies,
Okay.
and I've got some really good ideas on how to protect yourself from magpies, but I just actually don't understand what a magpie is.
Right, okay.
Is it a dog? Is it a cat? Like, what is it?
Well, let me tell you and some of our listeners who might not know what a magpie is.
Thank fuck.
Because they're probably a little bit confused. You said protect yourself. Ooh, we'll get to that later.
Ooh.
What does that mean? What
That's
does it
enticing.
mean?
That's enticing.
No, let me tell you the cold, hard facts about magpies and magpie life in this great, wide country of ours. So the Australian magpie, to put it in context for our international listeners who might not know, people from Australia know magpies. We all love them and hate them also at the same time. Magpie it's a medium-sized. Wikipedia just cites it as medium-sized.
That's
It's a
medium.
black and white bird. It's native to Australia and southern New Guinea.
Oh,
Fun little fact. I bet you
That
didn't know
is
about
fun.
that. Wikipedia also describes it as fairly robust.
it's a hearty bird.
It's a hardy bird.
It's a medium-sized hearty bird.
It's a hardy bird, which I found very amusing. So usually they range in size from about 37 centimeters to about 43 centimeters for those international listeners.
Look it up yourself.
Yeah. Get Google up and do the conversion. No, I've done it for you. 14.5 to about 17 inches.
Oh,
Yes. And
nothing like 17 inches.
I'm assuming that's tall.
Tall, not long.
It wouldn't be
They're
that
not a long
long.
bird. They're hearty, they're robust, but they're not a long bird.
Yeah. So yeah, they're a black and white bird, and they're very distinct in their markings. Like there's no birds that look like magpies. As soon as you know what a magpie looks like, you know what a magpie
There
looks
is
like.
that other bird that is similar to the magpie.
The magpie lark?
No,
like
what's
the little version?
There's another bird. I'll Google it and try.
Crows and bowerbirds have a similar look, but they don't have
Yeah.
white markings.
Anyway, sorry. Keep
Anyway,
going.
so they also, I know they have gold brown eyes, and their beak is like a solid, it's like a wedge shape, and it's also black and white.
Beak shaped.
Yeah, it's a beak-shaped beak. Males and females look pretty much the same. It's kind of hard to tell the difference, but there is like a slight difference on their necks that you can apparently tell which one is which. Females have like a greyish patch on their neck, and apparently that's how you tell the difference between the two.
But if you get too close to a magpie to see its neck, it's too late.
Yeah.
It's too late.
Well, that's not always true. I'll get into that too. What are you...
Currawong is the other bird.
A currawong.
A currawong looks very similar to a magpie. Anyway, sorry, continue.
Where was I up to? Oh, one of its other distinctive features of its appearance, it has really long legs.
Beautiful legs.
So it kind of falls in a similar like family / like body structure to like wood swallows, butcher birds, and currawongs. Also, but like those birds hop.
Yes.
But magpies walk.
They strut.
Yeah, they strut around. They actually walk. And they spend a really large amount of time on the ground, actually.
They can hop. They do hop sometimes.
They can hop. I've seen them hop.
But they prefer to strut.
They kind of strut around.
It times up perfectly with Staying Alive by the Bee Gees.
Yeah.
Being a magpie.
So as birds or as creatures, they are quite sedentary and territorial. So once they have a particular area, they will stay in that area and they'll stay there for life.
Oh.
They will really not move once they're there. And usually... It may be they may even just stay in the area that they were born in, but if they do move, it won't be far, and they'll just stay in that area.
Well, with the housing price in Australia, it's much easier to just stay where you're born rather than have to try and buy anywhere else.
Yeah, no, they're not going to be able to find a nice patch of land in the inner city. It's just too expensive.
A nice
now.
tree for under a hill.
They prefer open land, generally speaking. So usually they'll stay in areas that have nice wide grassland or fields or that sort of thing with like scatters of trees around the edges.
Right.
Because like I said, they spend a lot of time on the ground and they just spend a lot of time searching for food.
Right.
Yeah. So that's interesting. They're omnivorous. That means that they eat both meat
and leaves.
That
took me a long time to remember what that meant.
Yeah. They mostly eat invertebrate like worms and little bugs that they find on the ground.
Yes.
But they are also a big fan of bread.
Aren't we all?
We'll get
Aren't
to
we all?
Momentarily. They have a very distinct singing sound, which we can't play right now, obviously. I'm not going to even try and replicate it. Maybe I will. No, that's
Is that your magpie? Mine would be...
That's actually kind of similar, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a genius birdsmith.
We'll post on Facebook a little
the call of the magpie.
clip of them singing because it's actually beautiful. They're actually rated in Australia, and I'm pretty sure John Williamson's written some songs based on a magpie call. They're considered one of the best and most beautiful songbirds in Australia. They have a really, really beautiful song. So this brings me to the next part. They're usually breeding in winter and spring, and we'll talk about one aspect of that in a second. But they have 2 to 5 babies in a clutch each year, and they breed on a yearly thing. And they actually raise, generally speaking, they co-parent. So,
oh bless,
yeah, the mother and the father will stay together, and they'll co-parent. And I don't know if they're like, in terms of mating, if they like mate for life.
Yeah, right.
But like all experiences I've had with magpies, and which I'm about to talk about, it's always been the same pair that keep having kids. So I don't know. Maybe that isn't it. I have no idea. But their babies are so cute. They grow up really, really quickly in terms of size. And their plumage is like a grey mottled color.
Yeah, they're almost more white than black.
And they spend 90% of their time that are on the ground just screaming. It's cute at first, but it becomes very fucking annoying very quickly. But yeah, magpies overall have done incredibly well out of human habitation because they're very intelligent birds. And as I mentioned, they love bread.
Love it.
Yeah. So when I was growing up, I grew up obviously in Coffs Harbour, but we kind of lived on the outskirts south of Coffs Harbour in a little area called Bonville, on an acre of land there, and we had tons of magpies around, and we had a specific group of magpies, like a little family, that would come down and, we'd feed them bread, and they would actually bring the babies down for us to feed them.
Bless.
It was so cute. They're incredibly intelligent, and they're very trusting once you like get their trust, and they're quite willing to let you interact with them and stuff. That was really cool. And a lot of people have stories similar to that. Like a lot of Australians, I know you don't.
I don't.
But a lot of Australians have similar stories with magpies where they develop a relationship with them.
Yeah, Terrence does. Terry
Yeah.
has magpies that he feeds out the front every day and takes them bread and stuff. He
Yeah,
loves
and
his
they come at the
birds.
exact same time every day.
Yeah.
They're really like switched on in terms
And
of
they
time.
call to you, so you know to
Yeah.
come. My best experience with a magpie is Maggie the magpie from Bananas in Pajamas.
Yeah, she was a cutie.
A wonderful puppet magpie
Yeah.
who, had that nice just like, was kind of how she spoke.
Yeah,
Um,
very cute.
she was an integral character. Actually, I did find out that she was voiced by a lady called Emma DeVries. And I decided to look up who Emma DeVries was. She was also the voice of Mixie from Feral TV.
Oh,
So the rabbit.
Mixie.
Also, I don't know how much you've thought about it, but Mixie the rabbit is Mixie because of myxomatosis.
Yeah, no,
Which is a thing.
it's a whole thing. Yeah. But
So I don't have any good stories of magpies.
No, well, this is the thing, okay? There's two types of stories with magpies. There's the really good stories where people talk about like how smart they are, they've got beautiful songs, and develop a relationship with them, or like feeding them, and they become quite trusting. Like these magpies would actually walk to our back door and like there's a
on
glass
it.
door, and
Yeah.
they tap on it to get our attention. And you've got stories like that. And then on the flip, flip side, during mating, like breeding season,
Hoo-ah.
spring, basically,
Hoo-ah.
these fuckers are aggressive.
The beautiful song they sing becomes a war cry.
Oh, yeah.
It sends shivers down the spine of any cold-blooded Australian.
Everyone has a horror story of either being on a bike or going for a walk and hearing that sound, looking up, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? You hear the of its wings, and then the fucker hits you in the head.
It's, again, I seem to have just not have hung out with magpies enough, 'cause I don't think I've ever been swooped by a magpie that I can remember. But boy, howdy, do I know that you have to watch out for them.
Oh, yeah.
So I went the route of looking up ways of protecting, because I knew that there were some ways of protecting, but I wanted to know if there was any more there as well. What I found interesting is that there are a lot of statistics about magpies and a lot of government websites. So some of the information I got was from like the Queensland government website.
It's a big issue.
Yeah, it's like you guys need
It's
to
a
just
big
chill the fuck
issue.
out.
Everyone knows in spring, like, it's a big issue because they draw blood. They're aggressive.
Yeah, but according to this Brisbane study, only 9% of magpies are aggressive towards people.
Oh, really?
But holy shit, that 9% are aggressive.
Oh, yeah.
There was another study and it was like 50% of them will attack cyclists, and then was it cyclists?
Yeah.
And then it was like 10% will attack posties and 10% will attack something else.
Yeah, it's usually on your bike. You usually get attacked on your bike. Sometimes you get attacked if you're walking as well, but it's always seems to be if you're like on your bike.
They're just not keen. But anyway, so they attack you, and so we in Australia have had to come up with a whole bunch of ways to protect ourselves from these fucking birds.
Yeah.
So one of the ways to protect yourself. So before I talk about the protection, I should probably talk about how they attack. They do attack from above, and they will swoop you, and they might just kind of click their beak at you rather than actually hit you. They will also swoop you from above and like go into your head and draw blood and scratch you up like that.
Yeah.
But what shocked me is that I found out that, let alone will they do that, they'll also fucking jump at you from the ground.
Yeah.
And I'm picturing like some kind of like feral magpie hitting me in the jugular as I bleed out and die.
Yeah. They have zero fear. Zero fear.
Zero fear and zero fucks. And people lose eyes. This is the thing, is that it's not just like, oh, I got hit by a bird in the head. It's like people get blood drawn, but some people lose eyes, and that's...
Nikki Gabby, my sister Nikki Gabby, got attacked by a magpie like 2 weeks ago. I told you about this, right?
Did
and
you?
it did something to her, like got her in the eye.
Holy shit.
This is why I said that we had to do this episode on magpies.
Oh, I don't remember this conversation.
Because she totally got attacked. I'm pretty sure it like hit her in the eye or something, yeah,
Oh,
with its beak.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, they're fucked.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, to protect yourself from these blood-ravenous birds, you want to wear a broad-brimmed hat and sunglasses so that you can kind of shelter your face and your eyes, because if you have those kind of things on to protect. However, the thing is that you can, you can kind of, this one says painting or sticking the large eyes on the back of your hat.
Yep.
This doesn't work for cyclists.
No.
Which now explains it, because I was always wondering why the cyclists went a different route, which I'll talk about soon. So if a magpie swoops you while you're cycling, it's probably best to just get off your bike and walk. They just fucking hate the Tour de France.
Yeah.
They're just like, you know what? Screw you guys. And
They're like, cycling shouldn't be in the Olympics. It's ridiculous.
That's why they never have the Tour de France here in spring, because all the cyclists would just die.
Yeah.
Magpies would swarm. You want to avoid their defense zones, which is like their little area that they have.
Yeah, but the problem is those can sometimes be so big.
They can be. So if you want to, wave a stick or an umbrella in the air as well, a bright coloured flag or a long pole to your bicycle can stop it.
As a kid, I found that the best defense was a good offense. So as I knew I was coming up to an area where a magpie was, I'd pick up a stick and just wave it in the air as I walked through that area.
Tim was the crazy kid in his local area.
Yeah.
What I like about this article is it also has a being magpie friendly, and the first part of that is don't fight back if a magpie swoops. Just don't even fucking try.
Oh, no.
It's already too late.
I would never fight back. I've never felt fear like I feel when I get swooped by a magpie, because there's nothing you can do about it. They're tiny and they're sharp and they're dive bombing you. It's get out of there. That's all.
It's important to just... A legitimate rule is just you do not approach the young magpies. No. Don't you fucking go near those young magpies unless you... Like, if you want to die, like, just go to a magpie nesting ground. So... As I said, you got the eyes on the back of the ice cream container was one I used to get told all the time. So you just get an ice cream container because it is spring, so it's getting hot. You're having some ice cream. Stick some googly eyes on that and just walk down the street. Everyone else is doing it. It's common fashion in spring. You can get some nice ones from the shop.
Saw it at Melbourne Fashion Week.
Beautiful this year. Beautiful styling this year. It's great. But the thing that you do if you're a cyclist is in your helmet, you just fucking cover it in cable ties.
Yeah.
Like, you cover it. So it looks like you got this mad, spiky Don King. Was that the guy with the spiky hair that was the wrestling guy? Yeah. There's a crazy spiky thing on top of your head.
Yeah, so...
That'll deter the motherfuckers.
Have you put them in through the little gaps in the thing and have the piece of plastic from the cable ties pointing straight up. And this might sound weird to people overseas, but seeing people with that is so common in Australia. Like, I don't even think about it anymore. As soon as I see it, I'm just like, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And it's
just like, normal.
As soon as spring hits, it's just like cable ties sold out at all Bunnings.
Yeah.
Because people are going nuts for them. It works, allegedly. I don't know.
It at least stops them getting close. And I think that's why I used to do the stick as well, because they won't even try and swoop you if you're like swinging the stick in the area that they would be flying or where they're going to try and attack you. Yeah. So in spring, as I said, I've never been attacked by a magpie that I can remember, but I start getting nervous around all trees. There's a tree outside our house where I park my car, and I got out the other day and I was like, it's magpie season. Yeah.
There's a high possibility I'm going to get fucked up by a magpie. Haven't yet, still on high alert.
One of the best defenses is you got to know the area. You got to know the area. If you're in an area you've never been to before, who knows what's going to happen.
So magpies are urban species, which means they're everywhere. They're not just in the country, like they're just hanging out in the streets, so you can't really escape them. So you got to be aware. You've got to just not provoke them either. Like if you walk into the park and you're like, "Oi, fuck you," you're dead.
Yeah.
You've also got to be aware of the magpie call, which is "I'm coming for you." Just swoop at your head.
Yeah.
Another good tip they have here is try making friends with the magpies.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
If you actually make friends with a magpie and develop the relationship, this is what I think is funny. Magpies are kind of like gods. You have to pay tribute to them for the rest of the year so that they don't seek vengeance in the springtime.
So they reckon the things that you should try and feed them. So you just carry this around in your pocket with you at all times. Raw mince.
Yep.
Slithers of steak. I think they prefer rare or medium rare.
Who doesn't?
And then also cat food.
Cat food, yeah.
I think I know they actually will eat dry cat food, but I do believe they prefer wet cat food.
Yeah. They used to steal the dog's dog biscuits as well. A lot of the time, they liked those.
Oh right.
And wet bread. If you have nothing else, just give them bread.
Just give them bread. The last two things is that it's important to stay calm.
That's not going to happen.
Great idea in theory. In
Yeah.
practice, when you're getting swooped by a bird, not so much.
Yeah.
And the last one is that magpies have very good memories, as you said. Sometimes magpies will attack the same person over subsequent seasons.
Yeah.
So if you get attacked by a magpie in 2014, you better believe that 2015, 16, and 17, he's coming for you.
Yeah.
He's going to get you.
They're so smart. You know, I was actually reading, this is completely off topic of what you're talking about, but there have been instances where magpies have been able to replicate human speech.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if it's true, but it also doesn't surprise me. They're so smart.
That's a bit scary. So that's kind of that. Now, Tim, you and I both came across a very important website.
Yeah.
That
we did.
everyone should be aware of. It's www.magpiealert.com.
Yeah.
This website is the only thing standing between Australia and complete and utter destruction by the magpies.
Yeah.
You can go on this website and you can check out where attacks have been. You can lodge attacks.
Yeah.
You can put locations on maps. The crazy thing is the attack counter. So as we said, it's the 17th of September when we're recording this. Beginning of September was spring. It's been 17 days or so. Maybe a bit of the end of August they were getting their breeding on as well.
Yeah.
The attack counter currently has 1,666 attacks lodged and 252 injuries.
Yeah.
Probably not even including Nicky Gabby's eye injury.
And that's talking about people that know about this website, which probably isn't all of Australia. That's just
Correct.
like the small amount of people that know about this website.
Correct. It's ridiculous. It's
Yeah.
happening. It's happening at your back door, people.
It's happening in your neighborhood. Magpies are moving into your neighborhood and attacking your family.
Do you know, I've legitimately think that I've seen in the current affair ad where they've been like, magpies, friend or foe? Tracy
Friend.
Grimshaw meets with a magpie on stage.
She's uncovering the hard truths of Australia.
Mr. Magpie, why are you a dickhead? How dare you? Anyway.
How dare you stand where they stood? Yeah. They're they're such interesting.
They are. I
so-
kind of want one. They can be pets. I know that.
yeah, there's people that keep them as pets.
Well, the
sometimes.
story of Bushrangers Brew, the magpie, whatever his last name is, that I can't think of right now. The Bushranger supposedly had a pet magpie that he hung out with all the time that would tell him when people were attacking him.
Yeah.
Indeed. That, I think, does it for the history and the aggression of the magpie.
Yeah. Because that's all they are. It's just history and aggression.
They're just
No,
they are just medium.
I don't want to give the wrong impression to people. Like, spring is a terrifying season in Australia because magpies that do swoop are fucking aggressive as fuck. But, like, magpies are actually generally really nice birds. I actually really love magpies. I love hearing them sing. And when I see them around, I always love to watch them because they're beautiful birds. Just they're black and white plumage as well. But yes.
We could probably try and lure some to the balcony and have some. Do you want to get some magpies?
Have some.
We can just have them.
You said...
Just have them.
The way that you said have some, for some reason, I pictured us like catching them and then eating them.
Wait, what do you do with
Do you want-
magpies?
Do you want some magpie? No.
Guys, I've got a really long leg here. Yeah, look, they're just medium. They're robust.
Yeah, they're
I think
robust
every
bird.
Australian animal on Wikipedia probably has robust listed in there somewhere, including the humans here.
Yeah.
Australian people. They're usually 5'9" and robust.
Robust.
Tim, what's that sound?
Yes.
What's that?
I don't know, mate.
It's time for the Harold Holt Watch. Tim, this week we got
Yes.
another electronic letter known as email. This week it came from our friend Karen.
Karen.
And I'll read it to you
Do I know a Karen?
thusly. That was fancy of me. Dear Tim and Leon, my name is Karen and I am a fellow Melbourneian.
Oh, she's down here with us.
She is. I've currently been attending a lot of the Melbourne Fringe shows this year. Don't worry, I have tickets to both of your shows. Well, thank God. Otherwise, Karen...
Thanks, Karen. Thanks for the plug there.
Yeah,
I like
it's
it.
nice. And I wanted to write to you about a particularly bizarre incident, which I think just kind of sums up all of Melbourne Fringe. I attended an open mic comedy night last week, and the talent was truly amazing. Towards the end of the night, an older gentleman made his way to the microphone. He looked familiar, but I thought maybe it was just from seeing him at the bar earlier in the night. When he got up on the stage, he stood behind the microphone and started shouting, "I'm Harold Holt, I'm Harold Holt. No one will believe me, but I'm Harold Holt." And he did this for 5 whole minutes.
Interesting. Okay.
The audience could not control themselves. People were in the aisles laughing hysterically. It was bloody hilarious. But something about the way that he said it and the glimmer in his eye made me stop and think that maybe this was Harold himself. Who knows? Anyway, I love your podcast. I listen to it whilst I deliver my hypnotherapy sessions to clients. They don't even notice. Thanks, Karen.
Fabulous.
Wow, Karen.
Wow, Karen. There's 2 things that interest me about that.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing better in terms of performance than both of us just by shouting random shit. So maybe I
True.
need to adopt that as...
Oh, I've just rewritten my show. I'm going on for 45 minutes of I'm Harold Holt.
Yeah. Adopt that as my new strategy. And number 2, he chose an open mic night to to deliver this profound message to
It's
people.
low risk. Like I think, you know,
Maybe he's testing it before he... Because open mic nights are notorious as testing grounds before
and
big
Fringe
shows.
as well.
Yeah, so maybe he's testing out the announcement before he makes the real announcement.
I think, you know, he's probably, if he is still wandering around, he's probably lonely because he can't tell anyone what his real name is or who he really is. And he doesn't want to be found out, but there's always that one part of someone that wants people to know. And I think that he thought it's low risk if I go to an open mic night, I shout at people who think it's comedy, and then I get to walk away feeling relieved and cathartic. And also, thanks Cam, for playing this during hypnotherapy sessions. Stop smoking.
Yeah.
Stop smoking. Listen to Jaeger Day every time you want to smoke.
Every time.
Every time. I listened to that one episode 18 times today.
Oh, shit. I need a Jaeger Day break, I swear. I'm going to go off my nut if
Sooner-
Cheryl asks me where the files are again.
Sooner or later, we're going to have like posters up in businesses be like, have you had a Jaeger Day break today? Jaeger Day breaks kill 10 Australians a year.
We'll have to start putting the pictures that they put on the cigarette packages of disgusting shit on our posters and on our posts.
This man has no foot because he tripped
Yeah.
over whilst listening to an episode of Jaeger Day and laughing hysterically. A
Jaeger
tram rolled over it.
Jaeger Day will give you gangrene of the foot.
Well,
Ooh.
I think I've got some. Just
All
put
right.
that out there. Look, Tim, last night I saw your Melbourne Fringe show, Jim with a T.
You did see my Melbourne Fringe show, Jim with a T.
I do
don't know why I
believe
repeated that.
most people now think your name is Jim.
Yes, they
which
do.
is
They do.
accurate. And if anyone's thinking of seeing the show, if you know anyone in Melbourne, even if you're in America or overseas, send them to this show because this
Arigato.
dickhead sitting across from me, that's Tim, made this dickhead sitting here cry a lot. I had a very wet beard after that show. It's very funny as well, but at the end it gets a little real in a good way, and it's cry time for Leon and most of the audience last night. So good on you, mate. You did a great job.
Well, arigato. Thank you. Yeah.
No worries.
It went well, I think.
It went very well. You should be very
Yeah.
proud.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support and all that. No, it's just two mates having a chat.
Two guys.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
crying.
yeah.
You're crying.
No, if you know someone who lives in Melbourne or you live in Melbourne yourself, come along and say hello
That'd be
and
great. Monday to Saturday.
let me make you cry.
Ooh. Tickets at melbournefringe.com.au. Type in Jim with a T.
Yes, do that. And you have your show coming up shortly too.
Very shortly, some would say.
Yeah, like a week.
Yep, I'm not counting or rehearsing. So yeah, that'll be good. 25th, 26th. You know the details.
Hair hole.
www.melbournefringe.com.au. Talk show with myself.
Buy tickets.
Not yourself, myself.
Book ahead of time.
Yeah, it makes me feel good about myself.
Yeah.
Great.
Alright.
Look, as always, thank you to Teylor Smirl, Smirly T, for our amazing cover art.
And of course to Curtis Fernance, that's Fern Tree Music, for our introduction, outroduction, and for the Harold Holt Watch music.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Tim, I've loved learning about magpies with you, mate.
It's been a really interesting episode, actually.
I can't wait to get swooped by some of these bastards this year.
Yeah, I haven't been swooped yet. I'm hoping that I don't.
I'm just going to carry around raw mints. More so than I already do.
Just have pockets of raw mints, yeah.
Then you're getting swooped for no other reason.
Yeah.
Excellent. I think that covers it.
I think it does.
Make sure you listen to the show. Follow social media. Give it to a friend. Give it to people you hate. Give it to your co-workers so they can have it on their cigarette break.
Yeah. Share, like.
Do all that stuff. Rate and review. Thanks to a review we got recently. I don't remember what the name of the person was, but it was very good.
It was very nice, wasn't it?
It was, if we could remember anything of it. Alrighty. as always, yeah, g'day, Tim.
Yeah, g'day, Leon.
Yeah, g'day, everyone.
Yeah, g'day, everyone. Catch you on the flippity flop.